How you woofing doing? It's Jake the dog here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the ultimate arms training guide. So the first step of the guide is that you need to activate all the buffs you can if you want to be victorious. So that is the attack or defense buff. You want an army expansion if you got one. You want to give your leading commander, which I'm going to be using Alex. You want to give that commander your best gear. And you're going to want a title from your kingdom, whether that is Duke or Justice. And as well, you're going to want to adjust your commanders in the Commander V. You're going to see me get locked and loaded. And I'm going to be using Alex and Martel for my attack. That leads me into my next point, and that is I'm going to be going over the proper commanders to use. So the primary commander you should be using in this event is Alex. Alexander the Great is the one greatest commander for this mode. And if you have Alex, you're going to want to use either Martellus secondarily if you got him up very high, like I have him 5-5-4-5. You can use Genghis Khan, who's very good in this. If you have Guan Yu, because you're an infantry player, you can use Guan as leading with Alex. Or you could pair Alex with YSG, and if you are very new to the game, you can even use a commander like Sun Tzu, who is still very great in the late game. That then leads me to the third step of the guide, and that is, you see me doing it now, you must TP to the best location you can, and that is in the middle of territory, so the enemy will spawn in an area, at least your march will still be in territory, as well as you want bombs around you on all sides, so wherever your arms training Lohar spawns, you are able to battle them near bombs and on territory. And you might be asking yourself, why do I need to be near bombs? Well, that is because you want to use Joan and Cleo to allow your march that you're using to attack the arms trainer to get a rage bonus and be able to use their active skill as soon as possible, right when they start from the get-go. So you can see that I have Joan going now, and I have her go for 10 skill cycles. So I see her pop her skill 10 times, then once her skill pops off, I will then attack the trainer, and this will allow it so I can instantly do an active skill, allowing me to defeat it as fast as possible. Now, if you need some help with knowing how many troops you should use when the Lohar is from level 21 to 23, I use from 11k to like 15k T4 cavalry. When the Barb was level 24, I would have to use around 22k, and when I was fighting against a level 25, which you see now, I had to use a minimum of 30k to be able to get that full 10 skill cycle, as well as to have the Joan buffs keep going as I'm fighting, as Joan can be very beneficial throughout the fight and at the start, so you want to have a rage engine going at all times. And now that leads me into the very last point of this guide, and that is to simply scout. Make sure you're scouting after every single arms trainer, because it might take you that long to get through that stage. I know that happened to me, and it took me about 1/3 of the way through to even remember to start scouting. So you want to make sure you're either scouting your art, a farm, an allied alliance that know you won't be having a call, or you could do straight up what I did, and we have a rebel alliance in my kingdom, and I just kept scouting them. But you want to do this because that War Frenzy buff is just another additional buff you can add for on top of yourself. So now that I went over all my points, I'm just gonna go over all of them again swiftly for everyone. So point 1, you gotta make sure that you have all the buffs you can, whether that's army expansions, gear, titles, commander view, you gotta do it. Secondly, it's that you need proper commanders. And in this mode, Alex is the king, but if you for some reason do not have Alex, don't worry, because you can use some substitutes there. Like if you're an Archer player, you can honestly use any pairing with YSG, like Ramsey's YSG I've used, etc. That can work. If you are a fully cavalry player, you can honestly use almost any of the skilled cavalry commanders and pair it with Genghis Khan, and you should be doing pretty good. But I highly recommend Alex, because that is the first or second commando everyone should be going for anyways. So use Alex. He is key to this mode. Next, the third tip is that you must TP near barbarians, and most likely in the middle of territory, and this is so the arms trainer that you're fighting will always spawn in territory and by barbarians, so we can allow the arms trainer to spawn by these barbarians. So leading into the fourth point, we can use Joan and Cleo as a rage bonus to allow the march to get a full skill, to have an active skill as soon as it attacks the arms trainer. And lastly, tip number 5, you must be scouting or getting a War Frenzy throughout this event. War Frenzy is a free buff that you can get throughout the whole run, so make sure you are not going through your run without it. And now that you have successfully mastered the Ultimate Arms Training Guide, here is a picture of the best skill order to go for the arms training. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this run where I was able to get one of the top rankings in my kingdom, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the guide and tips that I have learned through try and error in the past, and hopefully you guys will not make the same mistakes as me now. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and if you do, make sure to slap that like button, subscribe, and put on post notification so you can always stay tuned. Enjoy. You And here we are, almost at the end, where we officially defeat the training. And here, I get a final score of 307k and 626. And there you could have saw the order I went in if you did not see it earlier. And there I was able to secure second place. And leaving it at that, I hope that all you wonderful people have a good woofing day. Bye-bye.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.